And, you know, so you keep working on it. You don't get discouraged. You keep plugging at the weak spots, and sooner or later it wins. We won a race a few weeks ago. We won a few rounds. Now we're planning on coming back, that's for sure.
Did a tremendous job of driving. The car looked like it wanted to get away from you.
Well, it was all right. It was shaking a little bit, but it was going to be okay. You know, it was carried the wheels. It left extremely hard in the gate, and I could feel the engine just miss a beat just as the lights was coming, and kaboom! It was a pretty loud explosion.
Is this going to finish your weekend, you think?
No, we got one more bullet down in there. We'll bring her out.
Sacrifice another lamb.
No, we got another good engine. The engine has been run for a long time. It's actually the engine we were qualified with at the Cajun Nationals, and so it'll be all right.
While Beck qualified on that run that produced the incredible engine explosion, the new engine he put in for first round of elimination did not perform up to standard. Paul Longnecker defeating Gary Beck in the first round. Another tough racing day for Gary Beck. In the finals of Pro Stock Eliminator, 50-year-old Dino Don Nicholson wheels the Ford Mustang II. His competition from Totowa, New Jersey, Frank Iaconio, the classic Ford versus Chevrolet battle, the Monza of Iaconio, the Mustang of Nicholson. Dino Don Nicholson in a close race, 8.78 seconds, 153 miles an hour. Funny Car, defending champion, Don the Snake Prudhomme from Granada Hills, matched against a fellow Granada Hills resident, Bob Pickett, driving Mickey Thompson's Oldsmobile Starfire. The 77 Plymouth Arrow of Don Prudhomme. A close race in the middle of the course. Pickett pulls it out in one of the biggest upsets of the day. Bob Pickett winning Funny Car Eliminator, 6.22 seconds, 231 miles an hour. The lady versus the Englishman, Clive Skilton, London, England's own, now living in Balboa, California. From Mount Clemens, Michigan, the defending champion, Shirley Muldowney. Muldowney and Skilton side by side in the middle of the course. Muldowney by less than a car length, winning her second straight Spring Nationals title. Shirley Muldowney, Top Fuel champion at the Spring Nationals.
In the drag racing is the most innovative of all motorsports. The Best Engineered Award presented at these NHRA national events is really a treasured thing for the racers. There's over 600 cars in this incredibly huge pit area. The choice is a most difficult one. Any category of car is eligible, certainly, for the Best Engineered Award. It's based more on caliber of craftsmanship and innovation, as we discussed. The people at Fram have selected for the Best Engineered Award at this 13th Annual Spring Nationals the 77 Plymouth Arrow of Butch Leal, the California Flash, as he calls himself, from Northridge, California.
We've seen the upsets in Pro Comp Eliminator. Here we are at the semifinals, and we have Dale Hall, the man with the small block Chevrolet front engine dragster, matched up against the Funny Car of Dick Titsworth. On the other side of the bracket, Simon Menzies driving Jim Jackson's Funny Car against the altered of Ron Boggs. Pro Comp Racing designed to allow different types of cars and engine combinations to compete heads up against one another, and it's depicted no better than it has been here at the Spring Nationals. 39-year-old Dick Titsworth, a machinist by trade during the week, drag racer on the weekend, against Dale Hall, Hall driving the front-engine Chevy dragster. A great race at the finish as Dale Hall pulls it out in the last few feet. The crew heading down to get the car, head back to the pits, get it ready for the finals. Dale Hall from Granby, Connecticut, making it into the finals in Pro Comp Eliminator. You see right here he begins to deviate from the straight and true path down the quarter mile, but gets it back under control and pulls the win out in just the last few feet. The crowd favorite in the far lane has got to be that 1923 Model T Roadster bodied altered car. Ron Boggs driving it. His competition is Jim Jackson's Corvette, Simon Menzies drifting close to the center line, has to back out of it. Ron Boggs on an easy single moves in to face Dale Hall in the finals, a fine 6.79 second, 200-mile-an-hour run. Ready now for semi-final action in Competition Eliminator, a battle of the altereds. The stretched wheelbase Dodge of Don Carlton against that six-cylinder roadster of Joe Williamson. In the other half of the bracket, it's a pair of Econorails, Jim Jones against Kenny Van Streeter. In Modified Eliminator, the crowd favorite, that little turbocharged Ford Pinto of Buddy Ingersoll, is up against the big Chevy Monza of Sam Giannino. Paul McCure driving that Chevy Corvette. He faces defending modified champ Wally Jacobson. 4 cars remaining in Modified Eliminator. Buddy Ingersoll, that's the Pinto with a turbocharged engine. Sam Giannino was to have given a big head start to Ingersoll, but could not wait, red lighting away his chance to move into the finals. So Buddy Ingersoll, having been plagued with breakage with this car for practically an entire year, takes the win and moves into the finals. His competitor will come from this matchup. Defending champion Wally Jacobson in the Chevy Vega on the near side. Paul McCure driving David Searle's Corvette. Fayetteville, North Carolina, in the far lane of the racetrack. McCure out first. Wally Jacobson will have to catch up if he can. And he does not, as Paul McCure, 10.26 seconds elapsed time, his speed 132 miles an hour, moves into the finals to face the favorite, Buddy Ingersoll. In slow motion, you can see Wally Jacobson trying to make a move with the Chevy Vega, unable to do so as the head start of Paul McCure enough to carry him to the win. Don Carlton, another North Carolina entrant here at the Spring Nationals. The six-cylinder roadster, this is Joe Williamson, pipe fitter from Louisville, Kentucky. Williamson out first. Carlton once again in the catch-up role. And catch up he does by about a car length. Don Carlton in Competition Eliminator, 8.45 seconds. His speed 157 miles an hour. Putting that Dodge Colt into the finals. You can see right here as they enter into the speed traps, Carlton pulling away to the lead and the victory over Joe Williamson. A pair of Econorails, Kenny Van Streeter in the B category, Jim Jones with a C Econorail, meaning he will get just a slight head start over Van Streeter. Leaving the line on the green light, Jim Jones has got the big lead at mid-track. Van Streeter unable to catch him. Jim Jones from Indianapolis into the finals, 9.05 seconds. His speed, 146 miles an hour. That 1.4-barrel carburetor with an automatic transmission. That's one of the restrictions in Econorail racing. Jim Jones with well over a car-length lead at the finish line. We'll be back with the finals here at the Spring Nationals in just a moment. There have been 2 other categories of competition here at the 13th Annual NHRA Spring Nationals. In Superstock, Bob Michael of Mainville, Ohio, made it to the finals for the first time in his drag racing career and came home the winner of this Spring Nationals championship. In Stock Eliminator, Kenneth Kuntz of Wheaton, Maryland, made it to the finals for the second time in his career, having previously won the 1974 NHRA Summer Nationals title. Now back to the track and the finals of Modified Eliminator. 35-year-old race car builder Paul McCure, driving for David Searles, has his work cut out for him as he is pitted against the favorite Buddy Ingersoll from Ziegler, Illinois. And a red light for Paul McCure, giving the win automatically to Buddy Ingersoll. An interesting point, Buddy Ingersoll has had a red light against him in every round of competition today. He turned 10.76 seconds, that turbocharged 72 Pinto, going 123 miles an hour at the finish line. The Spring Nationals champion Modified Eliminator, Buddy Ingersoll. Jim Jones from Indianapolis, Indiana, driving the C Econo Dragster. Lenore, North Carolina's Don Carlton, the Dodge Colt. The head start will be going to Jim Jones. He's got a big lead by virtue of the handicap. Now, can Don Carlton catch him? Let's watch. And Carlton winning Spring Nationals title, 8.52 seconds. His speed, 139 miles an hour. In slow motion, you can see Jim Jones with a big head start, but here comes Carlton in that Hemi-powered Dodge Colt. Let's go down to Steve.
Don Carlton, competition eliminator champion, the 13th annual Spring Nationals. Feels good, right?
Very good.
How many national event victories does this make for you?
I think that's 7.
You've been plagued with breakage, unreliable equipment. Seems you got it all straightened out.
Well, I'm punishing it pretty hard, but it stayed together this time.
How close was the dragster to you?
I cut a real good light and caught him early.
You said you were going to push the light.
I pushed it.
Thank you, Don Carlton. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Dave, back to you.
The finals of Pro Comp Eliminator, a front-engine dragster, 34-year-old Dale Hall. He runs a machine shop during the week, is against the crowd favorite, and that's this 1923 Model T Roadster driven by Ron Boggs of Columbus, Ohio. Boggs, the hometown favorite. The car alone has made him the crowd favorite. Inching into the staging beams, let's watch. Wire, Ron Boggs, the crowd just loving every second of it. Pro Comp Eliminator, 6.77 seconds, 202 miles an hour at the finish line. Dale Hall, a very respectable 6.86 seconds, 203 miles an hour. But right at the start and in the first half of the course, Ron Boggs pulls it out to take Pro Comp Eliminator at the Spring Nationals, his first ever national title. Steve?
You won one for the hometown fans and one for the altered contingent all over the country. It's going to cheer up every altered around to know they can be competitive.
Yeah, and for all the people it's helped me for the last 10 years.
What are you going to do with the money? You won a lot of money.
Put it in the car.
Your wife's going to be real happy.
I'm not married.
You're not married? Oh, well, you get a lot of nice things you can do with that money. Here comes your crew, and they are really happy. You got enough people, you think, on your crew?
Yeah, we kept picking them up as the race went on.
You got some pretty ladies. You must be a happy bachelor.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let them congratulate you, and we'll do it one more time. Great job.
A very happy man, Ron Boggs. We'll be right back to the Spring Nationals. Another outstanding Spring Nationals championships. Steve Evans is down in the pits with some observations. Steve?
David, like yourself, I've had a tremendous day today. I don't know when I had more fun, but the most important thing is the standing room crowd here at National Trail Raceway had an absolute ball. Many of them still milling around in the pit area, getting an autograph, watching the cars being cleaned up and loaded up. Trend set, you bet. In sportsman categories, the racing was never better. The altered winning, that's only been done once before. The little small block Chevrolet getting into the final. These are things that we're going to see reflected all over the country at NHRA sanctioned drag strips. Sportsman racing certainly has never been healthier than it was here at the 13th Annual Spring Nationals. Dave, back to you.
Thank you, Steve. You truly do run out of superlatives describing this Spring Nationals event. Let's take a look at Pro Comp. We featured that category. Last year's low qualifier would only have been the third alternate. He would not have even made the show this year. In professional categories, Shirley Muldowney making it 2 wins in a row, top fuel champion for the second year straight, defeating Englishman Clive Skilton. Bob Pickett's big upset win over Don Prudhomme in Funny Car, and 50-year-old Don Nicholson taking home yet another NHRA national title. Next stop on the Diamond P Sports Trail, the Summer Nationals from Englishtown, New Jersey. From beautiful Ohio, this is Dave McClellan saying so long for now. The NHRA Spring Nationals has been brought to you by Anheuser-Busch St. Louis, brewers of world-renowned Budweiser. When do you say Budweiser? And by Fram, makers of oil, air, and fuel filters, windshield wipers, and Autolite spark plugs and tune-up kits. And by English Leather toiletries for men. Ask for English Leather at fine toiletry counters everywhere. The executive producer of Diamond P Sports, Harvey Pallage. Our producer-director, John Mullen.